Okay, I think I'm drunk enough now, and like I always say, why do you need glasses when you have a bottle? This video is primarily about my fuck up nephew. He's a bastard. And a particular genetic trait in my family, which is just destroyed, which I got a little touch of it, but not like them. I can control my mouth. I promised my nephew a few days ago that I would make this video about him. One Duke Jones, which I've always called him Puke Jones. One Forrest Allen Jones or something like that. My sister got knocked up. My sister used to be apparently, according to what was learned recently, once she moved to the house, she turned into, she got a job like for Southwestern Bell, operator down in Houston. Actually, he lived when I finally met him at age 37 or something like that. He lived in the same area where his mother worked and stuff like that. His biological mother was a switchboard operator. But let me stop right now and try to repeat word for word what he said, out of context, out of the blue, out of nowhere, which represents a genetic problem within my family. Oh gosh. We were talking, we were chatting. He's very aggressive. He tries to talk over me and stuff like that, which at times I don't mind that. But at times he's just completely stupid. He won't allow me to interrupt for like 5 seconds to stop him from talking for 15 minutes about something that my knowledge is far superior than his. So this is for you, Puke Jones. I'm going to send him a link, later of this video. He said, let me get it. If I didn't know how easy it was to kick your ass, I'd, and I cut him off right there. Motherfucker, are you threatening me? You don't do that. You're dead to me. You're gone. You're finished, motherfucker. I've tolerated all kind of your bullshit, but this is it. And this is a guy that has no friends. Even in that conversation, he admits that his phone doesn't ring for months because he's pissed off all his friends from acting that way. I call it the Lawson Maddox jackass gene. All my siblings have it, but I got a little touch of it. I can tell at times that I'm going a little bit over the top. But I don't really have that. I can control my mouth, especially in public or in court or shit like that. This particular nephew's always trying to give me, tell me information or shit that I already know. He was trying to give me legal advice upon my upcoming, trial, etc. He's always trying to tell me shit that I try to tell him right off the bat. I already know. Shut up, please. That's one of the reasons that his ex-wife, the lovely Vicki Logan, she's one of the Boston Logans. I'm pretty sure she was a trust fund baby. Her mom was an MD and stuff like that. That's why she used to throw, dishes at him and stuff like that, because he was just so fucking annoying. I've tolerated it, and even you, Duke. I'm going to call you Forrest because you hate it because of the connection between Forrest, whatever, and the KKK. Because Forrest used to worship the Negroes. He became a blues man. He was like he was a junkie living in the Lower East Side of Manhattan when he met his wife and stuff like that. He was pretty much putting all of his daily subway earnings, which is being a really handsome guy. He was. We have a lot of handsome people in my family and stuff like that. I may not look like it right now, but I used to be a handsome guy. And, he was living in the squats on the Lower East Side before the gentrification of the Lower East Side. And he was involved in the riots and stuff like that. And but he was literally almost every day he was pretty much putting all his earnings, which would be hundreds of dollars, into his arm. He's a fucking junkie. And now he's a fat, useless junkie who can't complete his jobs. He's taking on jobs that he's working on a job right now that he's been working on for like 2 years. I'm the one that actually got him. I told him, like, you got to give up this music shit. You need to get a real job. That's just before his wife fucking kicked him out of the house, yada yada, and stuff like that. And now he's a contractor down in Houston, Texas. And his last house he's been working on, an average Texan would have finished it in 3 to 4 months. He's been working on it for 2 years and he's broke all the time. No, he actually came up here over a year ago, and said, "Hey, Uncle Kent, blah 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 blah." And then he told me about, well, you don't refuse money from his mother. His mother had offered him, sent him some money. He sent it back because he was feeling flush at that time a couple of years ago. He had, 5 or 10,000 on hand or something like that, which he feels is rich. Oh gosh, I may get into the whole museum thing, his inability to keep from like touching shit and stuff like that, but that's part of that. The Lawson-Maddox gene is all related to impulse control. What most of you people don't know, because you have no fucking education, is that most of your character is genetic. If you have impulse control problems, then it likely runs in the family. I'm the only one of 8 children that's been able to show impulse control. By the way, Rolf Kruger, 13-year bedwetter. Okay. So I'll get on. He actually threatened me, and he's seen my pictures and stuff. He knows I used to be a total, and I still am. He knows that, even when he came to see me more than a year ago, actually then I was in pretty good condition. I just had I've gotten worse since, but that's the kind of stuff that somebody says that when they want to demean you or try to control you or talk shit to you. What did he say again? If I didn't know how easy it was to kick your ass, and what he and all my friends who know me and have seen the pictures of my life, what he doesn't know, that I can take him out in about 0.2 of a second. I'll crush your windpipe, motherfucker. He really didn't get it. I had to cut him off before I hurt him. I have no concern over his, continuing malexistence now. Malexistence. You caught that, you linguists? And he thinks I'm going to eventually forgive him because I'm his loving Uncle Kent. I'm actually the last member of my family or his adopted family that will even talk to him. Like I may have said just a minute ago, he admitted that his phone doesn't ring often for 1 to 2 months at a time. Gee, I wonder why, Puke Jones. Former bluesman, junkie, loser, live off your wife, yada yada. One of the reasons he's kind of takes his time with these renovation jobs that he, general contract jobs that he does, is because he's permitted to live in the house until he finishes. But for about the last year, he's been fucking more than that. Actually, it goes back to last February. So for like 14 months, he's been fucking broke. When he came up here, he was using a credit card. He had no money on him. It's just amazing. And one of the things I really want to stress is that he knows he saw the picture. He knows I used to work for the feds. He knows I'm really the only one of my brothers that has the highest pain tolerance and a real ass kicker with no referees calling into the fight. He knows I'm the only street fighter in my entire family. I mean, for going way back, you'd have to go back to fucking the 1800s to find another street fighter in my family. That's a total. He actually didn't know that I could. And y'all don't. I hate to give away stuff too much. I hate to. He just really doesn't know that I've got over 1,400 hand-to-hand combat wins in my life. Sometimes my record is 9 people, 12 minutes. So I almost busted my heart. But most of you fuckers out there, you've got, like him, you're always smack talking and talking shit to people like me who actually have a lifelong history of fighting. Yeah, I'm old. I'm having some problems now, physical problems and shit like that. But if you get anywhere close to me, I'm going to kill you in about 0.2 of a second. It may take you several hours to die or several minutes to die, and I'll be gone. That's your mistake, Puke Jones. You're a fucking concrete hillbilly, loser, junkie, and he's so fat. Oh my God, last time he showed up here, I reached out from this very desk and patted his fucking giant belly. He used to be slender and attractive and shit like that. Now he's real old and ugly. He's fucking about 57 years old. Yeah. And he actually thought out of just nowhere that he was going to intimidate me or try to, just like my siblings or other people, which you've learned that doesn't work. Nobody intimidates me, motherfucker. Absolutely nobody. You better have a fucking, I don't really not even intimidated by guns unless you're at far away and shit like that. That's the only chance you got of killing me. If you're up close, I'm going to snatch your fucking gun. I'm going to snatch your rifle right out. You try to get too close to me and threaten me and shit like that, I'm going to snatch it. He doesn't really know. It's so simple to crush a human's windpipe. And then it takes them sometimes hours to die. I've done it many a time. My name is Thomas Kent Kruger. Look me up. I've led a very violent and traumatic life. I have PTSD. But you will never find any record of me being charged with violence or doing harm to another person, because my rule is I'm not going to hurt you unless you try to attack me or my friends and stuff like that. Simple as that. Actually, that's the easiest way to fight. As long as they're attacking, it takes almost no energy. You just got to hit the right spots at the right time. Any of you out there that know anything about hand-to-hand combat know that you don't attack. You really never go on the attack. You always let them, as I always used to yell at people that were trying to attack me. Well, by then I may have been pulled out a knife and opened it up and be holding it to the side of me. That's one of my standard techniques is I would, tell them, close the space, close the space, close the space, close the space. Because all the rules of law and of fighting says if you close the space, I'm going to kill you, and you're the aggressor, and legally I'm not responsible. I have fucked up so many people. I really have no idea how many people I've killed. Puke Jones, pussy ass fat boy, junkie, failed fucking musician. His beautiful wife, Vicki Logan, died at age 50 of pancreatic cancer. And that was after she had kicked his fucking ass out. I'm just trying to tell you, Puke, with me, I don't do that sadomasochistic gay shit. I don't break up to make up. I don't kiss and make up. When you cross the line with me, motherfucker, you're dead. There's no coming back. Puke Jones, go fuck yourself. Oh, wait, there's a bunch of people in Houston waiting to do it for me. I think you've already been doing it up in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying, junkie boy? Fuck you. Duke, you asked for this, and you got it. This is my last words to you. I told you it was coming.